the Russian witch hunt. We got a whole big combination. Where is the collusion?
U.S. President Donald Trump lashes out against an ongoing investigation into his election campaign. Hello, I'm Anand Naidu, and this is The Heat. It began with allegations of Moscow meddling in the 2016 presidential election and resulted in legal chaos inside the White House. Many current and former close associates of President Donald Trump have been ensnared in an investigation into whether the Trump campaign cooperated with the Russians to influence his election. CGTN's White House correspondent Jessica Stone has more in this report.
Mr. McGahn, was it a mistake?
White House attorney Don McGahn, just the latest member of the Trump circle set to leave it. McGahn has been a key figure in the Trump administration's dealings with special counsel Robert Mueller. Last year, he threatened to resign over U.S. President Donald Trump's call to remove Mueller. The president tweeted shortly after announcing McGahn's departure, quote, "He was not responsible for me not firing Bob Mueller."
Director Mueller.
Mueller is leading the probe into whether the Trump campaign colluded with Moscow to influence the 2016 presidential election. Trump has denied the allegation, repeatedly asserting there was no collusion.
Where is the collusion? You know, they're still looking for collusion. Where is the collusion?
Of the special counsel probe, Trump told Bloomberg in an interview Thursday, "I view it as an illegal investigation." Nonetheless, the Mueller probe has ensnared dozens, including close Trump associates, Trump campaign foreign policy advisor George Papadopoulos and Trump's first national security advisor Michael Flynn. Both pleaded guilty to making false statements to the FBI about contacts with Russians. Paul Manafort, Trump's former campaign chair, has been convicted of 8 fraud charges related to work he did before the campaign. Rick Gates, another campaign aide, pleaded guilty to conspiracy and lying to the FBI and agreed to cooperate with investigators. And Michael Cohen, the president's long-term personal attorney, also took a plea deal on charges unrelated to Russia. Political analyst Leonard Steinhorn says Trump's numerous Mueller-related tweets show just how often the probe is on his mind.
When he gets up in the morning and he tweets at them, you have to imagine that, yes, to some extent, he is distracted.
Mueller's investigation has also resulted in indictments against a total of 26 Russian nationals and 3 Russian companies charged with a series of crimes, including conspiracy. Moscow denies any attempt to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. But still under investigation, a June 2016 meeting between a Kremlin-connected attorney, Manafort, and Trump's son and son-in-law. It happened just 2 weeks after Trump secured the Republican presidential nomination. It was believed the attorney would be revealing compromising information about Trump's opponent, Hillary Clinton. The president has defended his son, saying, quote, "That's politics." Blue Ridge Mountains. A Washington Post ABC News poll taken after the back-to-back conviction and guilty plea of Trump associates Manafort and Cohen shows Trump's disapproval rating has hit a high point of 60%. And it shows a clear majority backs Mueller. This as critical midterm congressional elections draw near.
This can be an election where the Democrats rack up a huge majority or the Republicans stay on with a razor-thin majority in the House. That is certainly what Donald Trump is hoping for, and that's why he's going to state to state to state to campaign and rouse his base and urge them to get out to vote in high numbers, which they did in 2016.
One of the questions that comes up repeatedly in the context of the Mueller investigation is whether or not the process could result in the removal of the U.S. president through impeachment. Political analysts say if the U.S. House of Representatives is overtaken by a majority of opposition party Democrats in the fall elections, that process could be far more likely. Jessica Stone, CGTN, Washington.